I spend way too much time trying to kill all the mushrooms or whatever the hell you want to call them. I don't even know what they're called. Are they called mushrooms? Is that what they... Or just dead bodies? Dead centipede bodies? And hello everyone, and welcome back to Arcade Saturdays. Every Saturday I try to go out and I try to find some classic arcade game, mostly through some compilation that I've bought for some system that I own. This time I happen to have the arcade, you hear me? The Atari Flashback Classics Volume 1. I got both of these for Christmas this year, and they're pretty cool. They're not bad at all. They have several different Atari arcade cabinets, which is pretty nice. And then they have a bunch of classic Atari games. Now, I'm not really so much into wanting to try the Atari stuff. I mean, I had the Atari, I played it, I loved it for as long as it was out. It wasn't out very much for when I had it. I was right at the end of the Atari 2600. But I don't know, maybe eventually we might play some of these. When we got an off week or something, you know, I might pull some of these out. Some of these are pretty cool. There's my all-time favorite Atari game. It's probably the best Atari game ever made. Yars' Revenge, of course, without a doubt. But we're not here for the Atari 2600 games. We're here for the arcade stuff. And the Volume 1, these are the 9 that they have. Some of these I've never heard of. Black Widow, Lunar Lander, never heard of these. But this does have the classic Pong, which is really cool. We'll have to try that one out eventually. Outside of Pong, the only other three on this list that I know of are Centipede, Millipede, and Tempest. Now, Tempest I've played every now and then when I could find it. It's hard to find a Tempest game that works, that the screen's not all burned in and all messed up. Millipede was kind of rare. I do remember finding a couple. Not many. Centipede, though, we used to play a lot. Me and my friend Danny, which I've talked about before, there used to be a Centipede cabinet down at the gas station where his mother worked. And we used to go in, plop quarters into this thing. We'd play Centipede all the time. So, this week, we're going to play Centipede because his birthday is coming up in a couple weeks. He would have been 40 years old. Rest in peace, buddy. Sadly, is not around with us anymore, but he is still in spirit, so I play this game for him, and he is here with me. I know he is. So, let's do this. Uh-oh. It's picking up on a game I already played. Oh, wow. Gee whiz. Reset the system. Holy smokes. It's very cool that it lets you do that. You can come out of a game and then come right back into it where you were. That's a neat little thing that they have here. And I love the setup that they have, you know, with the graphics on the side. And I remember those weird pyramid player buttons with the red dots on top that you had to press. I always loved just the feel of those, just the way they were. It was always cool stuff. So this is Centipede, of course, and the way this works, there's 2 credits. I wonder if I should... I'll worry about it later. The way this works is we give ourselves 4 quarters, which basically means that every time it's game over, I can put another quarter in, and I keep playing. So, let's go ahead and get into this bad boy. Now, I can tell you this much. It is... Oh, what the hell? Anyways, it is... And I was going to say this, too. It's a lot easier to play with the stick. Of course, the original Centipede came out with the roller ball, which on some cabinets... man, I am not doing well with that damn spider. Holy smoke. On some cabinets, if you found a roller ball that actually worked worth a damn... Come on, spider, get out of there. Then you were able to have a really good game of Centipede. But not all the time. Even then, sometimes the fire buttons wouldn't work, or something else could go wrong. These machines, I remember, were somewhat notorious for breaking down a lot. And I'm sure there's probably somebody that may or may not watch this that'll be like, oh, no, they weren't. They were the best machines ever. Well, you know, that's your story with the game. My story with the game was, oh, shit. I think those are ticks. Get out of there. My history with the game was, it was very hard to find a cabinet, especially after, come on, die already. Oh my god, he got all the way to the bottom. There he is. Get that thing out of there. But especially after the 90s, it was very hard to find one that actually worked worth a damn. I think maybe that was just an upkeep issue. I don't know. Oh god, jeez. Well, crap. Man, that spider is zeroing in on my ass. And that's it, I'm dead. Wow. I didn't even get up on the board. Holy smokes. Well, let's put in another quarter. Let's see what we can do. Let's see if we can do better than that. Well, sometimes I wonder if maybe my problem is because I go after the spider. Because I do. I tend to go after the spider a lot. I was going to say that there are a lot of options in this game. As far as the way you want the screen to look, as far as how you want the game to play. It's a very, very cool little compilation of games. I haven't really had too much to play, or too much time to play. I've played a little bit of it. I've been playing a lot of other things. Oh god, I went right down into it. That was horrible. But I got to play this a little bit on the week after Christmas. And gather. Oh, woo-hoo-hoo-hoo, buddy. And I was able to play some of the old classic Atari stuff that I remember. Of course, they're... Oh, god damn it. Get out of there. There you go. Of course, they're Atari games, so, you know, you're not going to have any of the third-party stuff. Ooh, shit. Did it again. You're not going to have any of the third-party games, and you're not going to have, like, the classic bad games like E.T. and Pac-Man. I don't know, maybe Pac-Man may have been on it. No, I don't think it was. It's something that we may have to look at. I am definitely going to do Volume 2 next week, because Asteroids is on the other one. We were going to do Asteroids. So that was 2. Man, I am not doing good. That first run-through I did with this game was spectacular. And now I'm just horrible. Come on, get at it. And I'm not the best Centipede player in the world. I spend... Oh. Get out of there. I spend way too much time trying to kill all the mushrooms, or whatever the hell you want to call them. I don't even know what they're called. Are they called mushrooms? Is that what they... Or just dead bodies? Dead centipede bodies? I was going to say one of the things... Oh, shit. One of the things that they do let you do, the scan lines, as you can see, gives it that classic look. Which sometimes I like it, sometimes I don't. For now, it's working pretty well. You know, I'm not horrified at it like some other games that tend to do them, and they do them bad. That spider. Spider's the worst. Come on. Ooh, ha ha. Die, tick, bastard. See, you get things like this where it's so hard to shoot straight up. Oh, he is aiming at me, isn't he? Son of a bitch. It gets so hard to shoot straight up because there's constant... Oh! It's just constant mushrooms all the way down. There it is. Oh, get the lizard thing, whatever the shit that is. What is that thing? I wish they had like a... Well, they probably do. I've probably just never seen it. Oh! I was gonna say like a little point screen or something. I hate it when it gets like this. And they start multiplying because they're down at the bottom. Come on. No. Come on. Ah. Well, that at least got me on the high scoreboard, at least. Be good. Come on, guys. Come on, don't make me look bad. I think I got an extra life. Awesome. Oh, and then I just ruined it. I just looked. I'm getting really close to my high score. Oh my god. This is usually the point where I just really start sucking at this game. You know, I've gotten past a decent amount of the bad guys and decent amount of shit snakes. Decent amount of the levels. And now it's like they're just throwing the entire bug kingdom at me. And I'm dead. I get to enter my initials. Alright, awesome. And come on, more. There we go. Alright, now one thing I want to do, and we're going to go back. No, I want to go back to the main menu. I wanted to go back because I did want to see what it looks like. There's the bezel art. You can turn it off or on. Those are common scan lines. Let's turn them off. Let's see what happens. You want to talk about it being bright. Holy smokes. And we're still playing on my last quarter, by the way. God, it almost looks too bright. Holy shit. That's insane. I want to go back and turn them off. It's too much. It's hurting my eyes. That's really hurting my eyes. Let's go down to here. Turn this back on. We have a vector glow, which I really don't know what this means. Realistic vector glow, bright, bold. I don't know. I don't know what that means. Of course, there's a hosting. I think you can play multiplayer online. I don't really know. I haven't tried it yet. I'm starting to talk about the collection more than I'm talking about the game. But honestly, I don't have too much history with this game. Again, at the most, the only time I ever got to play Centipede was when I was with my buddy Danny, and his mom was cashier down at the gas station. And they had that little cabinet in the back, and she'd give us $1 in quarters, and that was pretty much how we did. We'd come back and we'd play, and because he spent more time at the gas station than I did, he was always way better than I was. But I remember that cabinet had a really weird trackball on it. There was like one flat spot for whatever absurd reason. Oh, damn it. And if you got that flat spot at the wrong time, it was game over almost every time. But it wasn't bad. We played it. We played it. We enjoyed it. It was fun. I've never had a problem with this game. It's not one of the ones that I've played a lot of. I remember there was a Centipede reboot, or rehash, whatever the shit you want to call it, on PlayStation, I think it was. And I think I bought it on clearance for like super, super cheap. And it was more of a 3D kind of Centipede, and I was okay with it. But I mean, it was Centipede. It wasn't really like the best game I ever played, so you know, it wasn't really a thing. But that was Centipede. That's one that I know I have on another collection somewhere. I think since it came out on the PlayStation 4, it's so much easier just to do it on the PlayStation 4. And I happened to get both of these collections because I really wanted them this year, and I'm so happy that we were able to get them, because it's good to preserve this history of video games. You know, there's not many arcades anymore, and even less cabinets that actually work. So it's good to be able to put these somewhere where we can play them again. So hey, there you go, Centipede on Atari Flashback Classics, Volume 1. And like I said, Volume 2 has even more games. I'm just kind of looking on the back here. This says Asteroids. Looks like there's Outlaw. That's for the 2600. Missile Command. I bet you the arcade. Yeah, I think the arcade version of Missile Command is on here too. I don't know. We will find out next time, because I do want to play Asteroids, because that's the one that I have on the PlayStation 1, but it kind of looks like crap whenever I try to record it. So that'll be next week. Come on back and check it out. But as far as this week, we are done. I thank you guys very much for watching. I've been nicodemoscain. This has been Arcade Saturdays, where every Saturday we take $1, we travel down to the classic arcade, and we play some arcade games. So, until next week, I shall see you all later. I wish you all well in all your future endeavors, and I hope that the world lasts for you. Take it easy.